Hello, Maya. Thank you for joining us today for webinar. So let's wait for other people, and I'd like to ask you to fill out our form, because one of the main goals today to know your expectation and needs. So please fill out this. Do you hear me? By the way, we have chat, so you can ask anything. And yeah, okay. So right now we in listen only mode to avoid any noises. So, but at the end of our webinar, I will change the mode to discussion, and you will be able to ask something, and we will be able to answer your questions. And today with me, my name is Jan. I'm a head of business development here at 3D Look, and today with me, Alexandra. She's our customer success manager, and we will present today our technology. We will tell you the advantages of our technology for MTM and bespoke companies, and then we will show you our 3D platform, SAIA 3D platform, with all the details, and we'll be able to answer your questions. And meanwhile, I'd like to share our plans for today's webinar. So we need your answers for this form to improve our product and to understand all your needs. After filling out the form, I will tell you some details about our technology and our plans and our company. And Alexandra, our customer success manager, will show a demo of our SAIA 3D platform that can be a best solution for MTM and bespoke companies, because you can forget about manual measurements and traditional size and charts, because with our technology you can measure your customers anywhere, anytime with our proprietary technology. Thank you for filling out this form. And right now I'd like to share some information about our company and technology. And here at 3D Look, we've developed the most advanced scanning and measurement technology. It is mobile technology, so you can use it not only on your website, but you can also implement it on your app. Our team right now have more than 35 employees, and we were established 2 years ago in 2016. We are headquartered in San Mateo, California, so we have two R&D offices in Ukraine, and actually I'm in Alexandra. We are based in Ukraine and Odessa right now, and our products are trusted, and our products are not in beta version right now because we started our sales, and we are trusted by 500 startups, new ventures, and Boost VC, and raised more than $1 million for scaling our technology and improving our products. Among our team and advisors, there are a lot of experts in different spheres and different background, but they are totally professional, and they can improve our technology with your help. That's why we asked you to fill out our form. So right now I'd like to tell you a bit about our technology. So we are the only technologies that identify people on any background. Actually, I can say that maybe we are the most and the only easy-friendly technology, because we require only height, gender, and 2 photos from any mobile device. That's it. We also can measure dressed people. There is no need to be in underwear. We are okay with casual outfit like yoga pants or jeans and t-shirt. And we work with selfies, and we have the fastest processing time, like 10 seconds on average. And our technology can be implemented very easily via API or SDK. And we can say that API implementation take around 2 weeks, and mobile SDK implementation takes around a few days only. So Our technology is easy and very user-friendly for the end customers, but at the same time it is very complicated because it is based on computer vision, machine learning, and 3D matching. And now our neural networks are trained on more than 200,000 human body profiles in our data set, and we measured more than 10,000 people. That's why we can get the accurate measurements, and we can scan human body from photos, but in comparison with our competitors, we do not get the measurements from photos because we build 3D avatars of scanned people from photo, and then we obtain measurements from 3D avatars. That's why our measurements and results are very accurate. Also, we are a fully GDPR compliant company because we know that privacy means a lot nowadays, and that's why before the processing of photos and service, we blur faces and background, and then completely remove the photos after processing and getting the results and measurements from the scanned people. So no worries about privacy issue. And we solve three main problems right now. First of all, we help customers to be more confident with their fitting and finding ideal garments for them, because we know that right now many people are afraid of buying online or ordering garments online because they're not sure with their size. So we help with confidence, and then we help with returns rate because we can decrease it, because with the accuracy of our measurements, with innovation and proprietary technology from our side, you can be sure that the returns will decrease a lot. And of course, we also help with getting some data about your targeting audience, because we can provide you not only with the measurements, but with some data about your customers, starting from body shape and ending with geography, gender, etc. So regarding SAIA 3D, we suppose that our SAIA 3D product is the best solution for MTM and bespoke companies, because SAIA 3D technology helps to get accurate 3D models of your customers from any smartphone, just from 2 photos, and you can get powerful data. You can use the list of measurements for your process, for your design process, for your manufacturing process, etc. And also you can use our 3D avatars of your customers for virtual try-on feature, and you can also play with them in any software which is compatible with OBJ or Kaleda format, because you can download 3D avatars and then play with them and use them for virtual try-on, for improving your design process, and so on. As I said, you can use them for virtual try-on, so how it looks like. We also can show you how our 3D avatars were used for virtual try-on feature, and in partnership with Cloth 3D. It's a very famous company. They're focused on digitization of garments. They use our 3D avatars, and they can show you how any garment will look like on the person. And let's say we have the same garment, and a person just prefer loose fit, for example, then maybe M or XL size will be the best option for him. So with this virtual dressing, you can show your potential customer the different fitting of the same garment. And what are the benefits for our customers? First of all, it's like I said before, it's smoothened use case to get body measurements because you don't need to manually measure any customers anymore. You can do it automatically anytime and any place. You can also we can also help with size recommendation, and we need only 10 or 20 seconds to process the data. And there is no need for any optional additional equipment from your side, just a smartphone. And among our plans for the next year, we just want to move all the processing to mobile devices to become more faster, even not only 20 seconds. And we also plan to use only one photo to measure a person. And regarding error margin, right now our accuracy rate is around 1.2 inch for 80% of main measurements like chest, waist, and hips. And our main goal in our roadmap is to reduce this error margin to get less than 1 or 2 centimeters. And we also hope to collect more than 5 million of human body profiles. So thank you for listening. And let's close this presentation, and I would maybe share and I just want to Alexandra show you a demo, and then maybe we will start answering your questions that we.
Hi everyone, I hope you hear me well. Most of you I know already, as we already were in touch for some time. And some of you already had a trial of our technology. So we released a SAIA 3D platform, especially for made-to-measure companies. So you can use our technology by yourself. You can download 3D avatars. You can process the measurements. You can export 3D avatars. And also for all of you who are extremely interested in virtual dressing feature, that's what our SAIA 3D can do. So Joanna already provided you with some general information about our technology and how you can use it. And now I would like to share with you how we did SAIA 3D admin panel, how to work with it, how to generate 3D avatars, what measurements you will see, and so on. So the link to register on our SAIA 3D platform you can find on our website in the tab SAIA 3D, and there you will see two options. Joanne already mentioned we have two packages, the basic one and the enterprise. So for each package you have a trial, so don't worry please, you can easily register after our webinar and see how the technology works. You will have the trial period during which you can generate real 3D avatars, check our technology, check the API, and so on. So let's start, and I will show how it works. So as I will be a user, I will show you how you can cooperate with our 3D avatar from the user perspective side. So you're going to the sign up page, and you can register. Or in my case, as I'm already a signed up user, I can log in. If some of you already has a trial before, you can easily log in to your SAIA 3D admin panel with your old credentials. They will work. So I will log into my test account so I can show you how SAIA 3D works. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to write them in the chat below. After our demo, we will answer on all of them on the Q&A session. So here we're in the admin panel. Initially, you will see your 3D avatars, the documentation, FAQ section, and so on. So you can easily upgrade your plan. You can easily check how many responses or trial dates have left for you. And here you can see what exactly you will get from each of the basic plan. So in our basic plan, I suppose that it will be the best option for all of you to start with, as you will have 100 of measured customers, you will have the measurements, you will also have the option to get it via API, or you can use it via admin panel, so you can easily generate the 3D avatar in OBJ and Collada, and you will have, of course, the support from us. Each plan has a different price, of course, because in enterprise you get unlimited traffic in case you are understand that there is a big usage on your website and so on. And for example, for the measurements in enterprise plan, in case all of you would like to have full manufacturing by using SAIA 3D, you can easily contact us and provide us with all the list of measurements that you would like to have, so we can cooperate and see what we can provide to you. And regarding the 3D avatars, I suppose that OBJ is the most popular 3D models format. But in case, for example, if you would like to work with some animation and so on and use our 3D avatars not only for the manufacturing but in some other cases, you can easily contact us and ask what format, for example, do you need for your 3D avatars, and we will update you what exactly we can provide. But I suppose that we can provide any format, but OBJ and Collada is the most popular one, so I'm sure that it will be also enough for you for this to start with. Then we're going to the payment information. I suppose that here is very simple. If you would like to update your credit card, or you would like to proceed with payment and you understand that really SAIA 3D will be helpful for you, so after trial you can easily upgrade your plan. So here you just need to provide your card, it will be added, and each month you will be automatically charged and you will receive an invoice from us, so everything is clear. And also, if you're our each monthly paying client, you will see your payment history, your state, and some actions, so you can monitor your payments and so on. Let's go to the documentation. I suppose that for those who already knows us for a long time, you already have this link to our documentation, but here we also added some new information about how you can export our 3D avatars through API. And also you can get through API the measurements in case it's more easier for you to use and work with our system via API. So it's a good solution for those who would like to implement API somewhere on the website or in the application. FAQ section answers on most popular question in case, for example, you don't have an opportunity to hear us well during the webinar or some questions still left for you. You can easily check our FAQ section. You don't need to upgrade your plan or buy the subscription here, so you can check it. So let me show you how to work with SAIA 3D, because I already showed you with some popular tabs that are very clear for you, but just in case, so you know which tab for what. In the tab My Models, you will hear all your 3D avatars, which you can easily download, or you can send it via email, for example, in case you have several developers who work with 3D animation and 3D objects. So you can send them via email, or if you work them by yourself, you can download it directly on your phone or computer or desktop. You will see the name of your 3D avatar. It can be test object number 1, or you can name your 3D avatars like the name of your customers. You can see the gender, and you can see in which unit measurements do you use, because, for example, I know that in the United States you use most often inches, and, for example, in Europe and Asia you mostly use centimeters. So let me show you how to work with SAIA 3D. So we proceeded to the tab New Model. So here you can generate a 3D avatar. manually using our admin panel. You can provide the name, height, you need to provide height, gender, and upload 2 photos. This is the standard flow in all our products. I'm sure that you already saw it for hundreds of times because you can see this in our demos, in our apps, and so on. The same flow you have in via API. So via API, the developers can use the same. They just need to provide height and gender using Postman, upload 2 photos, and so on. In case you're a small made-to-measure company or you have single tailors that would like to obtain the measurements, this is why we developed the SAIA 3D, because in this case the tailor can work with SAIA 3D admin panel by himself and to generate 3D avatars and obtain the measurements. So let me show you how it works. You provide the name of your client or the customer or how you identify them. Then you need to provide, of course, the height in centimeters or in inches. As we are in Ukraine, I will provide in inches, but after our webinar, you can register on yourself and see how it works and just also in inches. And I will upload 2 photos. I will use test photos. And also I will provide you with some information and remind you what photos to upload, because it's also the most popular questions among our clients. So we do not have any strong restrictions regarding the photos, but we have some recommendations that we kindly ask to follow. You can find this guide in FAQ section inside 3D admin panel, which photos to upload, what recommendations to follow to get the most accurate result. So as you see, you need to upload only 2 photos, provide height and gender. It's enough. For the most accurate result, of course, we recommend to wear only tight clothes, some sportswear like shirt and yoga bands. You need to understand that, for example, if your client is wearing loose clothes, it might affect on the accuracy, because our technology is based on photos. So if you provide good photos, you receive very accurate result. If your photos are bad, unfortunately, the accuracy might suffer. And also, please pay attention to the angle of your camera, because it's also very important. You can take a selfie in the full-size mirror, or you can ask the second person to assist you with photos. Now I click on the continue, and right now the 3D avatar from these photos is generated along with the measurements. So for now it takes up to 30 seconds, but I suppose in December we have another update where we'll move all processing to the user devices, so the processing will do much faster. Unfortunately, right now it's taking just a long time, because the actual time is while the photos are uploading to the server to obtain the measurements. Our neural networks obtain the measurements around 1-2 seconds, and then the photos are deleted. That's how it works. So as you understand, if the photos are big or your internet connection is not very stable, unfortunately, for now, until we release the update, the processing of the photos might take a little bit longer time, around 30 seconds. If the internet connection is too bad, up to 1 minute. So right now, the 3D avatar is generating and loading, so you can see it exactly on my screen. So here is the measurements that we receive in centimeters. In case you choose the inches, you will see the measurements in inches. And here is the 3D avatar. The same way you can send it via email, you can download it and receive and work and open these 3D avatars in any 3D software program. For example, for manufacturers, if you're working with Cloth3D, with Browseware, with Tucatec, with Optitex, you can be sure that our 3D avatars are compatible with all these companies. I suppose that here is all clear. This information will be saved. You can proceed to create a new 3D avatar. Via API, of course, you need to understand that it's done much faster because you're doing everything via Postman or other developer program. When you're proceeding to My Models, you will see this test model. You will see the same information, where you created it, and some basic information. You can check the measurements. The API, you can download this 3D avatar. The same way, you can also receive the measurements. If, for example, you choose the enterprise package. In this case, you will receive via API the 3D avatar in the format that you requested and all measurements that you needed. The same way in the 3D admin panel, you will get all the measurements that you asked for. So I suppose that's all for now. If you have exactly some questions by the options in the 3D avatar, please, you can ask them in the chat. I suppose that's all for now from my side, and we can proceed to the QA session.
Okay, thank you, Alexandra, for your demo. So yeah, I suppose it's right time to get to your questions and answer them. I see that there are a lot of questions, and let's start from the first one from Daniela. Oh no, it's what about app and beta version. I've answered that we are not in beta version anymore. So let's move to Emma. So we have the first question from Emma, and about specific measurements. And I can say that yes, it will be possible, because right now we are planning. The main aim of our webinar today is to understand all your needs and expectations. That's why we asked you to fill out the form. And we plan to add more than 20 measurements to SAIA 3D again, and you will be able to get any specific measurements in the nearest future, because as I said, we do not get the results from photos. We build 3D avatars and obtain measurements from the 3D avatars of your scanned customers. That's why we hope that next year we will be able to provide you with any measurements from your scanned customers. And actually just list all the measurements that you need, and after our webinar we will discuss all your needs with our tech team. And right now we discuss in 24 measurements, specific and linear measurement that you may need, and we will update you in our follow-up about the specific measurement that you asked for. Let's move to another question, because we don't have a lot of time, and I see that there are many questions today, and thanks for them. And the next question is how we can say that it is the most advanced technology if we don't match it with our competitors. Actually, our team is always testing our competitors and some technologies that can solve the same problems and questions. But I can say that definitely right now on the market we are the only technology that can provide with these results. And provide you with such accuracy, because a lot of our competitors who trying to do the same, they obtain measurement on photos, not 3D avatars. This is the first thing. The second thing is that they do not have a lot of measured people in their data set, and we have more than 10,000 measured people and more than 200,000 different profiles from scans and measured people manually and from 3D scanners. We also compared our results with 3D scanners and manual measurements, and we can say that no one can guarantee 100% accuracy even for manual measurements, because some, for example, men, they just want to be more powerful, and that's why they can be like breasts, and their chest will be not like the ideal for even manual measurements. And the same story is for 3D scanners, because we had clients and partners who used 3D scanners scanners to measure people for their MTM business, and they told us that even 3D scanners can provide you with 100% accuracy, and the results from our side for some measurements are more accurate than 3D scanners do. Okay, hope that I answered this question, and let's move to the next one. Again, have you done research in Japan? Actually, we know that in Japan there is ZOZO suit, and they presented their ZOZO suit on the market, and we also compared the results of ZOZO suit with our technology, and for some measurements we are more accurate than them, and for other measurements we are the same. We are more accurate, for example, for shoulder width in comparison with ZOZO suit. And if you're asking about research and data for people in Asia, we plan to add body profiles and body measurements from Asian people, because we see the big interest from Asian companies and Japanese in particular. And right now, our body profiles and data set and data are based more in North American and European people, but we plan to add a lot of data about Asian people next year. Any scientific proof of the method that we use and the result? Anything published? Actually, we now waiting for approval of our patent, because as we are headquartered in the United States, we sent our request for the patent in the United States, and we are now waiting for the approval of it, because our technology is proprietary and based, as I said, on computer vision, 3D matching, and it's really complicated. Yes, we know that size vary, and we do a lot to make our technology accurate, the most accurate on the market, and we also have the second product for size recommendation, and we work a lot with different size charts from different famous brands, for example, even with H&M size charts, and that's why we know how to work with them and to match with the parameters of scanned people. And as I said, regarding the accuracy rate, we are the only on the market right now in comparison with other competitors. We know all of them who can provide you with this accuracy rate. Our competitors can't provide you with the 1 and 2 inches because the accuracy rate is lower, and not so accurate because even 3D avatars looks not so accurate. Just believe me, because we are want to be the only and the most advanced technology on the market. That's why we are very very attentive and sensitive in this question, and we test and measure every day other apps, technologies, people, 3D scans, and so on. Next question is about GDPR. Yes, as I said before, we are totally GDPR compliant, and we blur faces, and we do not store photos at all, and we remove them from our servers in 10 seconds after processing the data and getting the results and the measurements. Next question is, what is the difference between SAIA and 3D Look app? Actually, our 3D Look app is our showcase app to show our clients, potential clients and partners, our technology and our two main products, SAIA Perfect Fit and SAIA 3D, and our new innovative feature like virtual dressing. So it's only showcase, and all the information, for example, for size recommendation based on size charts of famous brands, it's like showcase to show you how it can work, but with our clients we work with implementing our technology on the website or within the app using mobile SDK or API. And after our webinar, in our follow-up message, we will send you the link to our API documentation, and your developers will be able to check how it works, and so it's very easy to implement. And next question is that on the website, the amount of measured customers for the basic plan is 10,000. Actually, it goes for our other product, SAIA Perfect Fit. It is a solution that helps to find out size recommendation. And in this case, the basic plan starts at 10,000 measured people per month. But if we are talking about SAIA 3D, you will get the list of measurements. As I said, in the nearest future, it will be 24 parameters at least, and you will get 3D avatars. That's why we can provide you with 10,000 measured people per month for the same price. That is why it's not 100. But again, as I said, the main aim of our webinar is to understand your needs, and we want to discuss it again, and maybe we will increase the amount of measured people for SAIA 3D as well. The next question is that I did it on my own and a friend, and the results were quite poor. Yeah, actually, sometimes you can take photos not as we recommended, and in these cases, the results can be not so accurate. And we will send you the guide how to measure and how to take photos and where we measure. So you will understand how we measure and our logic, and you also will get the recommendation how to take photos properly. Could you please detail what do you mean about conversion through the avatar? Have you had some problems with building through the avatar or something like that? So next question is, you said that the photos are deleted, but it's nothing of the app that states this clearly. Actually, as I said, the app is only Showcase app, and now we provide with the link to our Showcase app only after a request, when we receive the request to this app. And yes, please be sure that we delete all the photos, we blur faces, and we protect your privacy and the privacy of your clients. How one could be sure? Actually, we are so sure with this. So as I showed you on one of the slides of our presentation, that we blue faces, and we also can introduce you to our GDPR consultant who can help you with all the legal issues if you have some doubts about this case, because we even have a GDPR consultant and there are some contacts of this person on our site, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, after our demo and our webinar, we will send all the details if you need them. So next question is, when the avatar is generated, why isn't the reflection of OBJ file? What is this? Seems to be a generic avatar. Actually, now our tech team is working on the improving our 3D avatars as well, but we plan to add some muscles and some realistic features to our 3D avatars in the nearest future. That's why I can say that right now you can just download it in OBJ file and that's it. But thank you for your question, and I will pass it to our tech team as well. Okay. What about the measurement of the back width, and is it possible or not? Actually, yeah, but we need to understand that we are on the same page, because we will send you the guide where we measure, because sometimes the guides of our clients are differ from ours, and that's why we can measure differently. So as I said, we will update you with all the details about specific measurements after our webinar. Okay, so and I see that Alexandra also would like to add some comments and answer your questions. So just I just want to pass to her mic. So Alexandra.
Hi, all again. Hope you you hear me well. So the next question is the conversion from the photos to the 3D. Our dimensions is very poor, 4 centimeters in difference for the actual dimensions of the chest. Thank you for your questions. At the first, we need to understand what photos did you upload. And also where you're measuring chest, because it's very important. To understand that we are measuring chest in the same place. If you would like to share with us after the webinar the photos that you faced some issues with, we would be glad. We will check them and provide you with the recommendations how to get the most accurate result. For now, Joanna said that our accuracy is around 1.2 inches or 2-3 centimeters for the basic measurements like chest, waist, and high and low hips. And you need to understand that, for example, if your pose was not very correct or the angle of the camera suffered, the accuracy also might suffer. Please ask your questions. I will check if we missed some of this. Can you make the next presentation a realistic of taking the photos? If you have some issues with taking the photos, we can provide you with our guide how to take them correctly, or we can send even you our own photos in our casual clothes, so you can understand that it's very easy to take the good photo and receive accurate result. Yes, we have a guide where you can check where we measure exactly all the measurements. I suppose, Richard, I have your email, so I can easily send it to you our webinar, so you can see and check that what measurements we can provide and where we measure each parameter. So guys, do you have any more questions regarding our technology, how to work with SAIA 3D and so on? I would like to drag your attention that after webinar you can easily check how SAIA 3D works. You can register on SAIA 3D. You will have a trial period for free. You can generate a 3D avatar, see how it works. You can also use the API if it's more comfortable to you, and see how the technology works. In case you have some issues with uploading photos, you have some questions about what photos to upload, how to stand correctly, and so on, please don't hesitate to contact us via support 3D Look Me. We will be glad to contact you and answer and provide the best support.
Yes, thank you, all of you that you joined our webinar and that you helped us to get the feedback from your side with the help of our form. And please feel free to contact me or Alexandra and ask any questions. We will be happy to help you with implementation of our technology or answering any questions from our side. So I'd like to finish our webinar. Thank you all. Have a good day or evening and take care.